So I got another package in today. This was one that I was actually expecting. I came a little bit sooner than I thought, so I'm gonna do an unboxing here. Hopefully I can do this without ruining the package. I'm really excited to get this, and once I open it up, you'll see why. A friend of mine told me he actually had this and wanted to send it my way. So I kind of owe him for this one. Alright, so let's just cut this really carefully. Really carefully, because I don't want to ruin the inside. Box is a little bigger than I expected it to be, probably to protect the precious cargo. There we go. So we're opening it up. And got a lot of paper, but here's the box right here. So let's just move this out the way and tape it up real nice. So just hoping that it made it here one piece. I've dealt with him before, so he knows how to package. So I have no doubt that it actually arrived in one piece. Let's get this piece of tape out the way. You can see the bubble wrap underneath. Okay, move this here, put the box over here. This is like Christmas for me. Look at this. And it's bubble wrapped. And I'm starting to think that you might be able to guess what this is. Let's unwrap the goodies. And whoop, here it is. This is a vintage New York Knicks bobblehead. It's still in the original wrapping. This is gorgeous. Look at this. Alright, I'm gonna move this aside, put it on my table, and we'll look closely at it. Be right back. Okay, so this is actually my first vintage piece in my collection. I don't believe the head bobbles. It's the basketball that bobbles. This piece, I believe, is from the early 1970s, although I've seen some listed as a 1960s piece, but I don't think that's a 60s piece. I think this is from the early 70s. There was two variations made of this bobblehead. There was a Caucasian male player and an African American player, which is the one you see before you. There were a few bobbleheads. Actually, there's a date on this. I'm wrong. This is from the 60s, actually. This is from... There's the date right there, 1969 NBA properties. So this is even better. This is from the 1960s, this piece, and I'm thrilled to have it. You can see it's hand painted, the face right there. There's a slight chip on the hand, which is, it could be worse. You expect this chipping with bobbleheads this vintage. It's standing on a gold base with New York. I believe that's a sticker on the front of the base. It says Knicks in the classic orange and blue, or it's wearing the Knicks home jersey, except the home jersey would normally say New York, but they put Knicks in front. It has the basketball, which bobbles, I believe. As you can see right there, there's the mechanism that causes the basketball to bobble. You turn it around, and it has 00 in the back. It's wearing sneakers and socks, orange and blue, painted orange and blue on the side of the uniform. Gonna keep it in the cellophane for now, although there's a slight tear in the cellophane over here, which is fine, until I'm able to get a cabinet to display my bobbleheads. This is something I want to try to keep as pristine as I possibly can. This is the first vintage bobblehead I own. I don't own a vintage Yankees bobblehead because I don't really have the money to pay for that. A friend of mine sent this to me. I kind of got a good deal on it, and he knows how big of a Knicks fan I am, and this is something that I would cherish. And he's darn right. I'm going to cherish this piece for forever, and it's never leaving my collection, and it's gonna stay in the cellophane, like I said, until I'm able to get a cabinet for it. I'm just in awe of this piece. It's in great condition for a piece that's about almost close to 50 years old. And I'm just awestruck. This is as mint as you can get. And I don't believe that this piece was refurbished in any way. I think this is how it looked. And this is I'm just awestricken by this bobblehead. And I know Sandy Grimes yesterday, said I could talk about a bobblehead for on and on and on, and she's absolutely right. But for the first time in a long time, I'm actually speechless because I'm owning a vintage piece, and this is the year 69-70 that the Knicks won their first NBA championship too. So this is a piece of Knicks history here, and I have it. And those old Knicks teams are actually some of my favorites, and I never even got to see them. I was only 2 when the Knicks won their last world championship, and that's between the 72-73 season when they beat the Lakers, and they beat the Lakers for their first championship as well. So I've never seen a New York Knicks championship. The Knicks made the finals twice in my lifetime, losing both times. The first time to the Rockets, and the second time to the Spurs. They actually got, I believe, swept by the Spurs. But that was the year the Knicks went from the 8th spot all the way to the NBA championships without Patrick Ewing, because Ewing got injured in the course of that playoff season. I believe it was against Indiana. He suffered a ruptured tendon, I think, if I'm not mistaken. So he was out for the whole playoffs. But man, that team was great. That team had Latrell Sprewell, Allen Houston, Marcus Camby. That was a really good Knicks squad. But you weren't going to beat Duncan. You weren't going to beat oh my God, his face is I have his face in my head, and I just can't remember his name now. They called him the Admiral. You know what? I'm just so geeked that I have this piece that I'm just forgetting stuff that I would know in my sleep. I'm just really tickled to have this. So this will be put away, well protected, until I'm able to get some room where I'm able to get a curio or a cabinet of some sort to display my bobbleheads. And my Knicks collection is rather small. This is only the 3rd Knicks bobblehead that I own, and I'm hoping that I'm at some point able to get more Knicks bobbleheads to add to my collection. So anyway, guys, thanks for watching the video. Please subscribe for more sports content, cards, bobbleheads, figurines, that sort of stuff. If you like this video, please hit that like button, leave a comment down below, and remember, guys, collecting is the life, so learn to live it.